It's 2 a.m. in the morning as I'm recording this. And I wanted to do this video when the noise has calmed down just a little bit, because I wanted to be able to process every single emotion. I wanted to be able to see how I truly feel seeing Arsenal win the Premier League. I wanted to see the celebrations. I wanted to see the fans outside the Emirates. I wanted to see the Instagram posts. I wanted to see the tweets. I wanted to see the YouTube videos. I wanted to see everything because I want to know how I felt in that moment watching them things. And there's a lot of emotions. If you don't know, I'm a United fan. There's a lot of emotions. There's jealousy, because I'm thinking, these guys enjoying. I want that. There's pain, because at the end of the day, you think to yourself, Arsenal were the team that hadn't won the title in so long. You always had that assurance that, oh, Arsenal have done 22 years. As I said before, there was inspiration. I look at it and I think to myself, that's a football club that rebuilded. That's a football club that went through the mud. That's a football club that have seen some comical players at the football club. And look where they are now. Can you relate? As a Man United fan, I can. And then I also looked at it, and I'm not going to lie. There was moments I sat there and I said, this is actually kind of making me a little bit happy. And I'm not going to say I was doing backflips, but at the end of the day, they beat Man City to the title. 6 of the last 7 Premier Leagues or whatever it was. At the end of the day, they spoiled Pep Guardiola's perfect entrance. I love it. And also, I'm not going to lie to you guys, whether we have this little rivalry, I grew up in London, we have this rivalry, Arsenal fans and United fans are very similar, bro. They're very similar. So when I'm seeing my close friends at the Emirates celebrating, popping fireworks, doing all sorts, I can't help sometimes just to be like, yo, good for you. Congratulations to you. I'm happy for you. And that's where I'm going to talk a lot in this video. So if people are going to sit here and say, oh, stop glazing, or it's not about that. It's about really taking in what has happened. And people will say, well, why do you do this for Liverpool? Last season for Liverpool, I spoke on Mo Salah's brilliance. I spoke on Van Dijk's brilliance. I don't want to see Liverpool win the league. I'll say that openly. That's the last team I want to see win the league. But Arsenal's, for me, maybe because I'm around Arsenal fans, it feels a little bit different. It feels a little bit different because of how loud everything around that football club is. And that goes to everything. That goes to the media perception of them. That goes to the players that they've had. The banter club tag. That goes to the AFTV and chill. And everything put together around Arsenal is loud. It's noisy. It's mental. So it just feels a little bit different from Liverpool. Liverpool, they do that. Yeah, the media don't want to talk about it. Arsenal, they want to talk about everything. You sneeze wrong, they talk about it. So first and foremost, I'm going to start this video by saying congratulations to Arsenal, the Premier League 25-26 champions.
You all laughed at me. Well, you're not laughing now. I also told you all that we would not beat Chelsea. But Chelsea are a poor side, Henry. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to football. And Arsenal deserve huge praise. Their first Premier League trophy in over 20 years. But you know who deserves the most praise in all of this? It's Josh Kroenke. Because he stuck by Mikel Arteta when the going got tough, when the pressure was on, when Arsenal finished 8th 2 seasons in a row. Then the following season, we were sat top of the league while they were sat 20th after 3 games. They lost to Chelsea, they lost to City, and then they lost to Brentford. And it could have been easy. He could have pulled the trigger then. And went, you know what? See you later. You're sacked, you're fired. Like a lot of Premier League teams do. In the time that Arteta has been at Arsenal, how many managers have we had? How many managers have Chelsea had? How many managers have Man United had? But they stuck by their manager. In that time, we have spent more money than Arsenal since Arteta's been at the Emirates. Chelsea have done 1.8 billion. They've made some unbelievable signings. In the summer, they brought in Andrea Berta, who has been so influential to getting that team at the point where it gets over the line. The signings of Victor Gyökeres and Eberechi Eze and Nkapie and Mosquera, they don't win the league if they don't make those signings. He looked at that Arsenal team, saw what they needed, added it, sprinkled a little bit of fairy dust, and now Arsenal have won the league.
I don't know if I can pronounce these words, people. I don't know if I can physically let these words come out of my mouth. But I'm going to have to say it. Arsenal Football Club are champions of England. I repeat, Arsenal Football Club are champions of England. I thought I was going to be okay, man. I genuinely thought I was going to be okay with it. But when I saw Manchester City just draw against Bournemouth and the red banner was at the bottom of my TV on Sky Sports, and it said Arsenal champions of England, or Arsenal are champions of England, with the two crests on each side of that statement, I genuinely had to sit back and deep it for a second, and I was like, raw. It really happened. All of the hate watches this season, in vain. All of the slight comments that I made, in vain. All of the banter that I had whenever Arsenal lost or whenever they drew, in vain. Every time I mentioned them not being able to win the league or it not being possible with this corner gimmick, in vain. My ups have officially defeated me, people. My ups have officially defeated me. Arsenal Football Club are champions of England.
Stone the Crows! Arsenal have won the Premier League, guys. What the hell is happening? No, fair enough. Look, 22 years in the making, isn't it? Well done, you set of NFL merchants, you set of set-piece corner guffers. Well done, Arsenalans. You've won the least competitive Premier League in living memory. I can remember the Premier League being, man, a hotly contested affair most years, with several teams going for it, several teams separating themselves from the pack. Not so much this year, even City have looked guff. Arsenal have managed to sort of stumble over the line here. We knew they was capable of a bottle job, which nearly happened, but they've stumbled over the line. And fair play to them. It's just like them to win it in a game that they're not even playing in, by the way, isn't it? Not at the Emirates. No, not in front of the home fans, no. Just on a random freaking Tuesday night during a Bournemouth versus Manchester City game. That's classic Arsenal. Wait 22 years for that. No, fair enough. I do think they deserve a bit of praise, obviously, because they have been, I guess, the most consistent. If you look at the way they've gone about it with set pieces and clean sheets, they've been effective, very, very effective. I do think it's kind of a far cry, though, from the Arsenal of when I was growing up under Arsene Wenger. It's more like the George Graham Arsenal, isn't it? Boring Arsenal. They've got a good set of players, no doubt, but it's not quite the Invincibles, is it? More like the Indistinguishables. They're all right, but there's nothing that much separating them from the rest of the pack, is what I'm saying. It's not that much of a competitive Premier League campaign this season for anyone. Even we finished third, guys. When you think about how gash Manchester United were at the start of the season under Amorim, etc., and where we were, even we finished third. I think that says quite a lot about the calibre of the teams throughout the whole season this season. Even Manchester have been gashed, to be fair. By the way, see you later on, Baldy Pep, my son, in come Baldy Maresca. But, yeah, I mean, even they've not been that great. So Arsenal have been the best of a bad bunch this season. Well done, Arsenal. You've won the This Premier League in living existence. Nice one.
What is up, my friends? Well, the time has come. Liverpool have officially been derailed as Premier League champions. Over the course of the next few minutes, I'm going to give you my take on Mikel Arteta's Arsenal becoming Premier League champions, but I do want to know your thoughts. So feel free to let me know in the comment section. Drop a like if you enjoy the video and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, from a Liverpool perspective, it hasn't really been the title defence that we'd hoped for in any way, shape or form. It became clear pretty early in the season that it wasn't going to be us that lift the title again. And from myself and everybody here at Anfield Agenda, I want to pass on a sincere congratulations to Arsenal, to Mikel Arteta, to the Arsenal players and the Arsenal fan base for what I mean is a thoroughly deserved Premier League title. I'm not going to sit here and say to you that the league was poor because all of that is irrelevant. I know the feeling of waiting a long time to win a league title. I know the release that many of you guys feel right now as Arsenal fans, and I don't want to rain on your parade because it angered me hugely when people tried to do it to us. Enjoy this moment. Your team have earned it. You don't cod your way to a league title. You have to be the most consistent team over a 38-game season. As we all know, that is not easy. But more important than all of this to me is, I'm a sports person. If we lose, we shake hands and we move on, if you do it within the rules. And Arsenal have absolutely done it within the rules. They haven't overspent. They haven't broken Premier League rules. I don't particularly like the style of football Arteta plays, but they've found a way to get over the line, and Arsenal fans have waited a long time for that. So don't let anybody raid in your parade. Don't let anybody try to belittle your league title because they shouldn't be able to.
Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge and Arsenal are the champions of the Premier League. I'm not lying, I'm not joking. I'm sure even Arsenal fans are finding it hard to believe at the moment, but they are Premier League champions for the first time in over 20 years. Mikel Arteta has made Arsenal the champions, and maybe it's time for some of those Arsenal fans that have been screaming Arteta for what feels like years. They have to now admit that he is one of your greatest managers in your history because he has won you the Premier League and you still got time to go and do the Champions League as well. But look, let's talk about the season. I think that over a 38-game season, the team that wins the league is the team that deserves to win the league. They've got a 4-point gap on Manchester City.
Congratulations to Arsenal Football Club. You are the Premier League 2025-2026 champions. 22 years it's been since Arsenal lifted the trophy. All them processes, all them stages, all them ups and downs. You finally won the Premier League trophy. Arteta, not being given a chance. They wanted him out in lockdown. Some believed, some didn't. But it's now going to Arsenal. If you're a Chelsea fan, if you're a Tottenham fan, leave the country now. They might win the Champions League, but right now, London will be in standstill. London will be in shutdown. Arsenal Football Club have actually done it. You see, sometimes you think to yourself, nah, they can't do it with Arteta. You can't do it with a novice. They missed out in 22-23. They missed out last year. They missed out the year before that. How many years were they going to get away with it? We thought to ourselves, are they the bottle jobs? Are they the ones, that just can't seem to get over the line? But I said it and I tweeted it. Bournemouth will get something out of this game. These man, they got lucky, Man City. Let's be honest. Bournemouth should have been outside, out of mind. But it didn't matter. You know what, banter aside, thank you for not delivering Man City another trophy. Because I live in Manchester. Please separate me from the Peckham Reds, Shout out to the Peckham Reds, We're brothers. But I'm sorry, we weren't on the same page. I live in Manchester. I live in Moss Side. You see round here? It's all full of blues. Man City control the streets. Year after year. I've been ducking these man. Parade after parade. Trophy after trophy. So I'm sorry. Pardon me if I say I'd rather Arsenal win the league. It might be unbearable, because I still come London a lot. That's my second home. But at least I know it's not Man City win the league. That's where it comes down to, guys. That's where it comes down to. At least I know Man City are not winning the league.
This is real. They've done it. No more second again. No more always the bridesmaid, never the bride. No more bottle jobs. Man City are the bottle jobs. They couldn't beat Everton. They couldn't beat Bournemouth. Arsenal, after the Man City game, when everyone thought Man City had won the league and Haaland was doing his smirk, Arsenal went and won every single game, keeping many clean sheets, getting wins over the line. Doesn't matter how scrappy the win was. Doesn't matter that they just got there. They showed mentality to get wins over the line. City crumbled. City got outplayed today. City didn't deserve anything today. City got outplayed by Everton. The bottle jobs. The bottle jobs are Manchester City, not Arsenal. And I feel sick seeing this. After 22 years, Mikel Arteta has won Arsenal the Premier League. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying the downfall of Manchester City. I'm enjoying the downfall of Manchester City. Pep leaving, 115 coming up. I hope that club crumbles, because that club, I tell you what, life comes at you fast. Look at the fans. Look at the fans. Where's your bottle now? Embarrassing. Where's just, embarrassing. You weren't good enough. You'll criticise Arsenal. That all Man City are going to do is say Arsenal brought the league with VAR. No, they didn't. Do you know who brought the league? Man City. Do you know who brought the league? Your 115 charges. Arsenal didn't buy the league. Arsenal didn't buy the refs. You weren't good enough. You couldn't beat these teams. You've turned into the bottle jobs. You've turned into everything you laughed at Arsenal for being. And you smirked. And you got cocky. And you thought you won it here. And arrogance. The arrogance, yeah. Arsenal, they locked in. They won every game. You didn't. You didn't. And Arsenal deserved that.
So, the video that I never wanted to do. And to be honest, a video that a lot of people told me I would eventually be doing, because a lot of people saw this happening as soon as Mark Guehi decided to be a dickhead and pass the ball right to Tierno Barry. But it's happened. The unthinkable has happened. And they've won the Premier League. Meanwhile, phase 4 on the Blue Co, we're out here celebrating the fact that we've got the most victories over Tottenham in Premier League history. Lovely. Lovely.
Right then, Arsenal, champions. Shall we get the old fake, humble shit out of the way to begin with? The whole congratulations, Arsenal. Congratulations. 38 games a season. Best team wins in the end. All of that. Piss off. Piss off with that. Nonsense, I say. Nonsense. Those fans deserve nothing. They deserve absolutely nothing. The players do. That's not fake humility. I genuinely believe those players deserve to win this Premier League title. But the fans deserve nothing. Shameless. Shame on them for booing the Arsenal team off the pitch at the Emirates. What was it, like a month ago? Like a matter of weeks ago. The Arsenal fans were booing them off the pitch in the middle of a title race. And now you've got the Arsenal fans acting like they've conquered football. They've conquered football for all the world to see. Meanwhile, Manchester City have been winning league titles like annual software updates. Do you know what I mean? There are levels to this game. Major levels. And you ain't on our level, I'm afraid. You've got Arsenal fans now acting like proud first-time dads, posing with a photo of a replica Premier League trophies. Meanwhile, the Manchester City fans are trying to remember where they put their last parade scarf. It's like a restaurant winning best newcomer on the high street of restaurants. Meanwhile, the chef next door has been hoovering up Michelin stars for the past decade. There are levels to this game. You got Mikel Arteta finally winning the league. It's like having an office job. And replying to an email from 2019 and expecting Employee of the Month. Zero respect. Zero respect. It's been a long time coming. Took your time, didn't you? Took your time. But there are levels to this game. And now we're going to enter into, no doubt, a dick measuring contest.
No two ways about it now. Especially, well, if they go and win the Champions League, fair play. Their season has been the best in their history. The best in their history. No two ways about it. It's still not as good as ours. Still not as good as our best season, because you've never won a treble. And you never will win a treble. You'll never get 100 points. Never. You'll never get 100 points. You're not good enough. You'll never get to the levels that Manchester City have achieved in the last 10 years. It's just not doable. And even in this season, I'm so proud of Manchester City, the football club, the institution. What a season we have had. It's been an unbelievable season. When you factor in context, which is the most important thing to factor in at the end of the season, this is what this is, really, a bigger picture situation we need to look at here right now, that Manchester City are clearly in a rebuild. Yet here we are with a domestic cup double. A domestic cup double. I'm coming out with chest today. I'm coming out with chest because I'm proud. I'm proud. They can't take that away from us. They wanted to see the tears. The tears aren't for you. The tears are happy tears. Remembering nostalgia for Pep Guardiola. That's the tears for Manchester City fans for the next week.